Welcome to the Boston Men's Group podcast. We're a group of dedicated coaches. If you're interested in personal growth, professional achievement, then take down your guard and tune in.
All right, guys, this is my first podcast for the Boston Men's Group. Megan has given me the opportunity to talk to you guys about health and fitness and given me a platform to deliver some information and some plans of action for you guys so you can make a start and becoming a healthier, happier you. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 C's, which are integral for making progress not only in health and fitness, but in other areas of life, I suppose. So the 3 C's that we're going to go through today is, the first one is competence, the second one is confidence, and then the third one is consistency. So we need competence, confidence, and consistency to ensure that we not only start what we set out to do, but we maintain maintain action throughout a period of time to make sure we actually get a result. Because as we all know, results do not happen overnight. They happen with consistent action over an extended period of time. So what I want to do today is go into a little bit of depth about those 3 things and how you can integrate them into your life or into a health plan to help you better understand the reasons maybe why you haven't been successful with certain things, or why you are successful with certain things. And of course, at the end, what I'm going to do is leave my details. And if you have any other questions or you want more assistance or information about what we talked about today, then I'll be happy to help out. So the first thing is competence. Okay, so what that basically means is, are you able to do the task set out? So we all know, especially I'm going to stick with health and fitness and exercise, right? We all know exactly what we need to do. We need to eat healthier. We need to move more. Okay, that is very, very simple. So it's not the information that we're lacking. We also have an abundance of information available at our fingertips with, YouTube, Google. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of exercise plans out there online. So if all that information is available, why are we struggling to implement? So when I say competence, are we able to execute the plan that we set out? Yes or no? If I say to someone who's been sedentary for, say, 10 years, and I say, okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to work out 4 times a week. You're going to lift weights. You're going to drastically reduce what you're eating. You're going to hit the calorie goals specific to your weight and your needs. And that's a huge change. The client could probably do that, right? Under certain circumstances, with a certain amount of discipline, they could probably achieve those things, right? But do they have the competence to successfully execute that plan over an extended period of time? Probably not. That is too drastic of a change from where that client currently is. So when we're discussing competence, it's not only talking about physical capabilities, it's actually talking about the likelihood of implementation. So with regards to competence, what we like to think about is, what is it that you can do that we know that you will do? That's a step in the right direction, which is a positive behavior. So if that's something as little but super important as walking 20 minutes a day, it's a step in the right direction, and you know that it's not so far removed from where you're currently at that you can achieve it every single day. So again, that's why I'm talking about competence. Are you competent? Are you able to do what we're setting out to do? And that's where the specifics of personalized programming may come in, because asking someone to do something that there's the extremes of it, right? Bringing someone, I'm not shitting on CrossFit here, because I do like it to a certain degree with the right coach and the right programming. But taking someone who's been sedentary and then throwing them into an environment where they're required to do Olympic lifts at a high level for time is not a good idea. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's a good idea, right? To go from A to Z that fast. I do believe in setting small, setting the foundation and then taking it step by step. Think about what you can achieve in 12 weeks rather than what you can achieve in 1 week. And then think even longer than that. All right, let's think what we could achieve in a year. Like, if you say to someone, we're going to change one thing per week over a 12-week period of time, that's 12 things that you can change about yourself in 12 weeks, or 12 positive steps that you can make. That can make a huge difference to people's lives. So that, in a nutshell, is competence. If that is an area that people are struggling, we'll definitely go into more depth on that. But the basic understanding, or the basic principle is that, can you do it? Will you do it? Okay. Second, confidence. Are you confident in your ability to execute what we set out? So the reasons why people might not be confident in what they're setting out to achieve is personal history, personal beliefs, and a lot of the time made up, or kind of not made up necessarily, because people aren't telling lies, but people tell themselves stories which will stop them achieving what they set out to achieve. And that will deteriorate the confidence in their ability to achieve, or not achieve, their ability to execute a task. So with confidence, so once you've established competence, we now need to look at confidence. Are you confident that you will be able to do this? So someone doesn't have to hold your hand and walk you through it. So going off the earlier example, are you confident that you can get up every single day and walk for 20 minutes? Yes or no? If they say no, then we'll move it back. Can you do this once every 2 days? Yes or no? Okay, if this is too easy, you be like, all right, are you confident in your ability to go out and walk every morning and then exercise 3 evenings per week? Do a structured exercise program? Yes or no? And when people say no, you can delve into that, right? Well, why not? What's stopping you? If someone says something like time, you can immediately just kind of call bullshit and be like, oh, okay, well, show me your calendar. Like, where on this time or during this week, like what are your structures? What are your priorities? Where can we find little pockets of space that you can do something? Okay, so now it becomes an ability of, you can do it because of the competence. The confidence, again, is like, you have the ability. We know you have the ability to do it, but do you want to do it? So once we've established competence, and confidence, the next thing to work on now is consistency. And this is where most people fail, right? So many people will get into a program and just kill it for the first 2 weeks. Absolutely murder it. Do everything right. So that will improve the competence, or it will establish competence, right? It's an example of what they can do. So again, you have the competence, you know you're doing it. So if you're coming into the gym 3 times a week and you're working out, perfect, right? We know what you can do. You're then executing the movements exactly how you're supposed to be doing, so then your confidence is improving. The more you practice, the more confident you become, right? That's a given. So now with consistency, if you're not doing this over a period of 12 weeks time, we need to figure out, all right, what is it? Like, what is the reason that you're not being consistent? Is this lack of consistency due to a lack of belief? Is it and a lack of belief can be anything, right? It's like, you don't believe in the long-term results will come about, because you may believe like, oh, this won't work for me, which is incredible, right? That people still think that way, despite the fact that millions and millions of people have achieved pretty much anything that's been, out there to be achieved. So with things like that, you can definitely delve into it. What else is there when it comes to consistency? Just taking your foot off the gas, basically saying, I don't really need to do this today. I don't want to get uncomfortable. I'm going to prioritize this over that. And what I find comes into consistency a lot is motivation. People feel like they need to be motivated in order to do something. You don't. You just need to do it. Whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it, or whether you're motivated or you're not motivated, you can still get your ass up and go and do it anyway, right? And that's a big thing that I find with people. It's like, oh, it's lacking the motivation. Who gives a shit? I'm not motivated to brush my teeth every morning, but I'll do it anyway because it has to be done. I'm not motivated sometimes to wake up at 5 a.m., but I'll do it anyway because it needs to be done. So once you establish a need, you'll take action upon it, right? So it's making that outcome a need or a necessity for your life. Kind of delved off a little bit deeper into what we're going into there. So let's get back to the start, which was the 3 things necessary that you can implement into your life today to ensure that you are making progress. Competence. Are you able to do what we set out to do? Is the program appropriate for you? Yes or no? If it's not, figure it out. Confidence. Are you confident in your ability to do what needs to be done? Yes or no? Figure it out. C. C, yeah, ABC. Consistency. Again, this all three of these things tie together. With consistency, confidence will play a role, right? The more confident you are in your ability to execute the task, the more consistent you're probably going to be. So consistency might bring us back into confidence because you're not confident in your ability to do it on your own. And if that's the case, you might need a coach to walk you through it. Some people, I can just say, hey, here's a 4-week plan, go off and do this, and they'll do it. They'll do it completely on their own. Okay, so that means they are competent, confident, and consistent, which is fantastic for all those things that you need to be successful. So, having said those things, what I'm going to provide you guys with is a 1-page, just like an A4 piece of paper with a 3-day workout plan. And this is a foundation phase. If you want it more personalized, just ask me a few questions and I'll change it up slightly to suit your needs, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or a high level type athlete or type person. The human body only moves in 5 ways: push, pull, squat, hinge, and carry. So every exercise program should include those 5 things, which this one does. So having established that, that is the exercise plan. In order to keep consistency, just track it, just write it down. There's loads of different strategies that you can use, but over the 4 weeks, you just write down on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, this is what I'm going to do. Track it over a 4-week period. With that, like, just doing that will increase your confidence, hopefully, right? If not, you can reach out to me and say, I don't think this will be for me, etc., etc. And then we can talk about ways in which to make you more confident in your ability to get shit done. Anyway, I just rambled on a little bit there, but hopefully that helped out. The reason I'm a part of the Boston's men's group is to grow as an individual myself. There's so many areas that I feel incompetent in, that I know I can learn from great guys who are also members of the Boston's men's group, and also to give back. I see a lot of guys struggling with health and wellness, and I'm a firm believer in, if you're not at 100%, then there's no possible way that you can give 100%, whether that's in family, whether that's in business, or whether that's to yourself, right? So I do believe that we need to take care of our bodies to optimize our health, so then we can optimize our lives. If you have any questions, guys, just let me know. My information is on the Boston men's group, and I'm easily available on Facebook as well. If you guys just write up on the Boston's men's group, and we'll go from there. Right, I hope you enjoyed the talk. I hope you found it useful. And like I said, any questions, I am here to help, and I'd love to help out. So thank you. Bye-bye.